is in the pudding, I've been putting in the rougher work that they don't wanna do, that's why I got the upper hand advantage, feeling like I'm at the last supper. Never eating vegan beef, got me through the summer. Eating more chicken cause the cows are living longer. Going to the gym, but my mind is getting stronger. Indy Jones better than being owned by any corporation or artists who are silly clones. I'm on my own.
The beauty of video editing is there's nearly infinite possibilities of what the finished product might look like, and it's up to you to decide how you want it to look. But sometimes that vision you had in your head doesn't quite match what you ended up creating. I shot that intro sequence last week with my new buddy Josh Hayden after we connected on Instagram. I wanted to try and capture the screen printing process for his clothing brand, and I went into the print shop with a few shot ideas in mind. And then I just ended up winging it. That turned into improvising on the edit, which turned into editing it 5 different times until I got something that I was happy with. So let's go over 3 timeless editing tricks that I use to punch up my edit and how they can improve your videos. But first, now we're ready. Let's start with speed ramping. It's a timeless effect because when it's done well, it will always look great. Speed ramping works best when you're using footage shot at a higher frame rate. That way you can slow it down without it getting all jittery. I like to use speed ramping as a transition between 2 clips. You just speed up the end of the first clip and the beginning of the second clip, and then you have yourself a nice little ramp. For example, let's take a look at these 2 clips without any speed ramping. It looks okay, but let's punch it up a bit. Just this little bit of a ramp really helps draw me in. Speed ramping can also be used to put emphasis on certain elements of your video. For example, I wanted the spreading of the ink on the screen to be more impactful, and an easy way to do that is to slow it down so the viewer has more time to soak it in. Speed ramping alone is reason enough for me to almost always shoot at a higher frame rate. That's how much I love it. Next up, digital camera movements. I'd be lying if I told you I shot everything in this video perfectly. When I shoot run and gun style like I was, I don't always take the time to set up my shots. So the best way to fix that is often in post. Fix it in post! I'll often scale up shots in post to get the frame just right. Sometimes I'll do this by using hard cuts, or I'll use something like a digital zoom using keyframes. And if you're shooting at a higher resolution like 4K and exporting in 1080, then no one's really gonna know if your camera move was digital. I mean, did you realize this shot was a digital camera move? Finally, music selection. This should go without saying, but the music you choose to use in your video really changes how it feels to the viewer. You might not want to pair up that hardcore rock song with footage of your family pet, for example. Unless that's the direction you want to take, I guess. A big factor in selecting the right music is knowing your audience and your brand's voice. I like to use a lot of hip hop and electronic music, so over time people have gotten used to hearing that in my videos. And if I changed my style all of a sudden and used a different genre of music, it would stick out. Just for fun, let's try out some drastically different songs with our edited intro. Those are extreme examples, but you get the idea. Music sets the tone. Let's quickly talk about color grading. A quick bonus tip is to pay attention to how you're coloring your footage. Much like music, color grading can drastically change the look and feel of your videos. The intro could have looked like a scary movie if I wanted, or I could have oversaturated those vibrant colors. Both are totally fine looks, but they weren't the look that I was going for. If you haven't already seen how I color grade my footage, there's a link up here and in the description for you to check out. Thanks to Josh for collabing with me on this video. There's a link in the description to his Instagram, so go give him a follow. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button. It would really mean a lot to me. I'm Jason Luong, the Video Ninja, and I'll see you next week.